Wardlow has been compared with the likes of Goldberg and Batista. In fact, his career and Batista's career have been mirrored. Both were bodyguards in their initial run. But despite being the current TNT champion, Wardlow is just another guy on the roster. I mean, from becoming the top babyface in AEW by hitting 10 power bombs and squashing MJF, to being just another guy on the roster, Wardlow just deserves better. In this video, we will try to understand how AEW botched the Wardlow push and completely messed up Wardlow big time. So if you like these type of analysis videos, then subscribe to the channel. It's free for you, but motivation for me to make more videos like this one. Chapter 1. Wardlow's push in 2022. To know how AEW messed up Wardlow, we need to go back in time and look back at the push Wardlow got in 2022. MJF always ran his mouth, and that's because he knew he had the backing of Wardlow. But MJF had slowly started to mistreat his bodyguard and started provoking Wardlow. MJF even slapped Wardlow and then threatened to put his family out on the street when Wardlow said that the only reason he struggles to win matches is because he is too busy helping MJF win.
It's because I'm too busy making sure you're always winning.
Now, since in kayfabe Wardlow was signed to MJF and not AEW, Wardlow couldn't lay his hands on MJF and he had to do what MJF says. But Wardlow was just fed up. So come Revolution 2022, MJF faced CM Punk in a dog collar match, and it was Wardlow who had come out as per MJF's request. Wardlow placed the diamond ring onto the mat only for CM Punk to use the diamond ring, punch MJF and pin him for a pinfall win. The next few months, it was just built around MJF versus Wardlow. And as it goes with a classic MJF feud, MJF laid out stipulation after stipulation and Wardlow passed every test that came along the way to get the match against MJF. And when he got the match against MJF, Wardlow just squashed him with 10 power bombs.
20 minutes. I digress. Look at this!
MJF had to be taken out on a stretcher after the match. And with this kind of performance, Wardlow just became the biggest star of the company. The crowd was super behind him and the push worked. The crowd wanted to see Wardlow break the shackles and beat the crap out of MJF, and that's exactly what happened. But here's where AEW just messed things up. Chapter 2. The beginning of the end for Wardlow. After beating MJF in such a dominant fashion, for some weird reason, it seemed like AEW just dropped the ball with Wardlow. That performance against MJF was supposed to be a star-making performance, and sure, he came out like a star. But then days later, MJF came out and cut a scathing promo on Tony Khan.
Look at me, Tony! Look at me! I want you to fire me! You fucking mark! Fire me! Fire me!
And he looked absolutely fine. There was no selling of the back, there was no selling of the ribs. I mean, he was taken out on a stretcher at the pay-per-view, but then days later he got magically healed. I mean, what kind of message does it send to the fans? If that didn't matter to you, then this certainly will. The biggest babyface of the company at that point went after the TNT title, which was held by Scorpio Sky. And if the feud between Scorpio Sky and Wardlow was good, then I would have said, okay, the feud worked and I would have been happy. But the feud with Scorpio Sky was just flat out boring. It just exposed Wardlow's weakness on the mic more than anything else. Wardlow beat Scorpio Sky in a street fight and won the TNT title. But winning the TNT title was just the beginning of the downfall for Wardlow. Chapter 3. What was Tony Khan even thinking? So Wardlow became the champion and he had some defenses here and there. But out of nowhere, Wardlow dropped the title in a 3-way to Samoa Joe. Then Samoa Joe submitted Wardlow and cut off his hair. If you thought the feud was over, Wardlow faced Samoa Joe again and submitted him and regained the TNT Championship. But then 3 days later, for some weird reason, Powerhouse Hobbs beat Wardlow for the TNT title. Then when you think Powerhouse Hobbs will get a good reign, Wardlow beat Powerhouse Hobbs and regained the TNT title a month later. What is going on? Look, if AEW really wanted to push Wardlow as the next superstar of AEW, Wardlow shouldn't have dropped the title after he won it from Scorpio Sky in the first place. But then the title changing hands from Wardlow to Samoa Joe to Hobbs to Wardlow again, it just doesn't feel right. It brought Wardlow down, and more so it brought the significance of the TNT title down. I feel Wardlow should have entered a feud for the AEW World title right after he beat MJF. Even if he would have lost, that wouldn't have hurt him at all. And the fans were super behind him, that's the thing. I don't know what Tony Khan was thinking and what Tony Khan is thinking, but he has completely messed up Wardlow. It just doesn't make any damn sense. Wardlow is a superstar in the making, but with this type of confused booking, Wardlow can very well say goodbye to AEW and go back to the Indies and prove a point. I mean, Matt Cardona did exactly that after getting released from WWE, and look at him now. He's a star in the Indies. And if you want to know the crazy rise of Matt Cardona, then check this video out. AEW has completely messed up Wardlow big time, and I hope they rectify things for Wardlow in the future. I will see you guys in the next one.